I also just need to be able to share things around once. So I'll start talking, and then we'll get Aaron on board there. Oh, yeah.
Finish those last two.
It's Endgame week. We are on, right? It's Endgame week.
That was terrible. We're on, right? Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so with this new software that we're using, I should be able to see...
I'm sorry, it's what week?
Where do we... It's Endgame week. Wow. Whatever it takes. Okay,
One of the podcasts I watched, they did that too.
Where do I see
Their opening was whatever it takes.
Where's the chat? Where do I see the chat in this thing?
Open up the chat link.
What chat link?
By the way, guys,
hey.
welcome.
You got it?
There you go.
There.
Oh, it wasn't there at first. So, all right, very cool.
Technology.
No, that's not it. Help me out here.
Hey, everybody, let us know, please, by chatting. We're on several different platforms today. We're on Facebook, YouTube,
We're trying
Twitch.
new things.
Trying new things.
New is scary.
New is
that
not
it?
scary. New is awesome.
Thank you.
3 bars and then chat.
Technically, everything is awesome. Hooray, the chat is waiting for a new message. Oh, there's nobody there. Aw.
Let's type a message.
Say hello.
I'm going to say
Hello, Grace.
hello there. Oh, wait, no, there's a space in between hello and there, isn't there?
Usually. Otherwise, hello there. That's what you sound like.
Hey, there we go. Okay, cool.
Got it. There you go.
Alrighty,
Now
so
messages are coming through.
let me go ahead and I'll say my hellos and start my talking while Aaron is off sharing things around there and Goose makes sure that everything's working. This is the Geek on pre-show for Endgame week. It seems weird because we just had Star Wars Celebration and now we have to. It's like whiplash. Everything was Star Wars and now we got to turn right around and everything is Endgame. It's a good time to be a geek, isn't it? It really, really, really is. So let me give you a few thoughts on Chicago in general. Thankfully, I don't think we have any Chicago listeners, so this is good news. Oh, Chicago's kind of a weird town. I'm not gonna lie. It's very interesting. First of all, it's still winter up there apparently.
It's always
because it
winter.
snowed all day Sunday.
Oh, my phone.
It snowed all day Sunday. There were like maybe only 1 or 2 spots for maybe a half hour where it stopped snowing, and that was it. Other than that, it just snowed. And the first 2 or 3 minutes I'm up there, I'm like, yay, snow! Oh, that's awesome. And then after that, I was like, this sucks. It's cold, and it's windy, and snow is basically, frozen water. So when that wind blows at 35 miles an hour and that snow hits you in the face...
In the face.
In the face. Yeah, I was quickly lost on the wonder and merriment that is snow. Also...
You can tell you're a Texan.
Yeah, boy, no kidding. Also, Chicago has some of the most impatient drivers, like, ever. Ever.
Have you ever been to Austin or Houston?
Yes. And
Good God Almighty.
Houston, first of all, everybody's in a big damn hurry to get at wherever it is they want to go. They will gladly go 95 in the carpool lane when they're by themselves, and they don't care. They will take no prisoners along the way. Austin is just a nightmare. And Dallas, you guys have no idea what a turn signal even is. I don't even think they're installed in cars up in Dallas. So I guess that saves you all time. But Chicago drivers, the instant the light turns green, like 5 people are honking their horns.
Yep.
Like the instant that happens, it was crazy. There was at McCormick Place, of course, the cops are out there, directing traffic, and I'm in my Lyft, and the person in front of us is stopped because the cop clearly has their hand out saying, "Whoa, stop, hold on, we're letting these other guys through." People behind us are honking like crazy, and the cop leans over to look at the other cars and has her hand out like this, and they still honk at the cop. I'm like, holy cow, man, these guys are impatient. It's just all get out. So, but it's a nice town. I had a good time there. Celebration is very, very intense. McCormick Place is absolutely enormous. I got to see Jon Favreau. That was cool. Got to see Dave Filoni. That was also cool.
So Simmons says, bro, Chicago isn't north. I live in Lake...
Wazzapamati?
Lenahow or something?
Lenahow. It's something up there in Michigan. Chicago's north when you're in South Texas.
Everything's north when you're in South Texas.
It really is. We say, hey, we're going to go up to Dallas. Like, we're going to go up to Dallas at the end of the month. We're going to go up to Austin. We're going to go up to New Braunfels. We're going to go up to Kansas City. Chicago's north. Okay, y'all a bunch of Yankees up that way.
So, speaking of things that hack us off, what is with cons this year and having it be on Mother's Day and Father's Day weekends?
Yeah, what is up with that? Who plans a con on Mother's Day weekend?
Comic Palooza.
Comic Palooza out in Houston is on Mother's Day weekend.
And Celebrity Fan Fest is my mom's birthday on Friday, my Father's Day on Sunday.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's... Maybe we'll ask Bob about that when he comes in next week.
Well, for me, in my situation, I've got my latest mama,
yeah,
my mama,
yeah,
and my bonus mama.
Your bonus mama.
My stepmom.
Ah, yes, very good.
So,
half mama.
Poor Lori's going to have two mother-in-laws.
Oh, God. God help us
But
all.
luckily, not luckily, but there's only one. My dad is it because her dad passed away several years ago, unfortunately. But
I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, that's not good. But my mom's birthday is the 14th of June, and Father's Day is the 16th of June. What is up with that?
Simon Letty says, just have Harrison Ford direct traffic. That would stop traffic.
He would get honked at.
Yeah, well, he would not get honked at. That's true. But like he'd be surrounded by people taking pictures, so that would not be good.
Well, no, he'd get honked at. He'd run. That would make him a fugitive. And people would ask what was going on, and he'd have to be a witness.
True story.
That's true.
True story. So I land. It's late afternoon. I get up to my hotel. It's like 4:30 or so. I know if I go to a celebration on Thursday, I'm going to be there for like maybe an hour. So I'm like, no, I'm going to stay in my hotel. I'm just going to chill. I'm going to eat some real Chicago pizza, which was good. And I turn on the TV to see what's on local TV. The first thing I see is local news. The second thing I see is The Fugitive. I'm like, yeah, I'm in Chicago. All right, so before we let Aaron speak his piece here a little bit about whatever it is he's going to speak his piece on, real quick, I got these I've got to give away, guys.
Dun, 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 dun.
So we've got these that we got to give away. These are they're kind of like little pops. They're called 5-star collectibles, and I've got one of Daenerys and I got one of Jon Snow, and they each come with a little thing of their own. Isn't that cool?
Hold on, we have to address this.
Cool? I think that's pretty cool.
Gaming Hour 2008 asks,
What?
Okay, this is new. Since when do y'all Twitch?
Okay, all right. So first of all, we're giving these away. All right.
Hold on, before we address that.
I got to give these away. And all right, so I'm just showing these off. So here's what we do. So we got a new piece of software that lets us go on Twitch and YouTube and Facebook at the same time. We usually just did Facebook because that's where we're almost 31,000 likes. So that's where kind of our audience is. But now we're branching out. So we're on Twitch doing talk shows, and we're doing this on YouTube Live as well. So there. Now these things. All right. So we got these we got to give away. And here's what you got to do. You have to get somebody else to watch. That's all there is to it. Well, almost all there is to it. They have to comment and mention your name. That's the trick. So if you get a good friend to watch and they say, hey, I'm here because of this person, that counts. I'm watching because of this person. I just found you guys because of this person. That counts. And then you both win. Someone will win Daenerys and someone will win Jon Snow. I'll let y'all decide as to who is who. But so I got 2 prizes and 2 people are going to win. And all they got to do is just watch and mention your name. And they can do it anytime during the show. They can start right now if they want. That's fine by me. So go find somebody and get them to watch the show. Do a Facebook invite, share the YouTube link, share this over on Twitch, get some of your Twitch friends to watch.
So basically you're telling them to do
Yes, indeed. And of course, mash that like button, subscribe, hit the bell, whatever platform you're watching us on, make sure you sub or follow or like or whatever it is.
And if you are on a sub like YouTube, make sure you turn on your notifications.
Yeah, you got to get the bell also if you're on that sort of thing. So I got to give these 2 away. Somebody's going to win. All you got to do is get somebody else to watch. Oh,
that's wrong. It's Daenerys Stormborn of the House Targaryen.
Whatever. God.
And we just pissed
Killing my buzz here, dude. You're killing. I was on a roll. Okay. So that's all they got to do is they got to watch the show and they got to mention your name and that's it. I mean, but not like, John Doe. And that's it, because I don't know what that is. But if you say I'm watching because of John Doe, okay, that's different. So there you go. We'll pick at the end of the show. Aaron, why don't you go ahead and take it away there and have fun.
There we go. Yeah. So
What's with the hair color, dude?
I wanted to go midnight blue. Got a problem with the blue. That's what I thought. But you know what I do have a problem with? We didn't get enough shares or enough views, so I don't have to jump out of a plane because they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it.
Yeah, what's the story there?
They didn't do it. That's the story.
Well, yeah,
They didn't do what?
What were they
Dummy?
supposed to do?
So I forgot how many shares. I said 60 shares, I believe.
They're supposed to do whatever.
I think it
takes.
was 60 shares and 3,000 views, and neither one got met.
So, guys, today you just need to do.
So today, I'll go for the 60 shares. If you can get 60 shares, I'll go down a zip line in Fremont Street in Vegas next week. If you can get 3,000 views, I will gladly jump out of that plane and I'll go skydiving. So if y'all can do it this week, this is last week, guys, because after that I'll be in Vegas and I won't be paying attention to half my stuff. So
The half he pays attention to now is
it's like nothing. So,
anyway.
nothing from nothing equals nothing. But yeah.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, no, they didn't do it last week, but I did look. I think it was already at like 45 shares, something like that. So you guys should be able to hit at least 60. I mean, come on, that's really, really easy. So
By the way, Desiree's got a couple of people on here already.
Dang it. She's gonna try. She's trying to make me do it too, and two of my other coworkers are trying. So
I think she's trying to win. I think that's what Goose is saying.
that might be it. Oh yeah, she's a big Game of Thrones fan. I forget that too. So
Dinklage,
I forgot
Peter
about that.
Dinklage, Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage.
I swear, she's
Peter
gonna-
Dinklage.
She's gonna be the death of me though. She's gonna make me jump out of a plane. So yeah, guys, and I'll have, like I said, if y'all can get the shares and the views, there will be footage to show that I did do it. So I will pay for we're paying for that extra stuff if it does happen. David, I need to borrow a couple $100. Just saying. So
It's a good thing you said David, because I ain't got no money. I work in radio, son. Come on now.
I mean, you can give me like 5 cents, I think.
No, that's how I start the fire.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
So, but yeah, that's, it was kind of sad to see that y'all couldn't do it, but, I knew I was going to be safe. So I lowered the number to, 2,000 or whatever I just said. I don't remember anymore. Like, this is what happens when I literally woke up and just rolled out of bed and hurried up and got out here because I was like, crud, I overslept.
Oh, Lord.
So I hope you all saw the Captain America photo we have at least so far.
All right.
And you get the rest of them going.
So apparently one of those other Facebook pages has never seen us before. So Joey Aikens asks, what is this?
Yeah, so all right, so here's what this is. This is Get Your Geek On. We are a talk radio show for geeks. So, the same airwaves as Mike and Mike in the Morning and Jim Rome and Rush Limbaugh and all those guys. Only instead of talking politics or sports, we talk news about the geeky world. Star Wars, Star Trek, DC,
Halo.
Marvel, video gaming, all that fun stuff. So we talk about that, and we also give stuff away. Did I mention the giveaway? Pretty sure I might have. So I've got these two little guys. I need to give them away tonight. And the way that this works is all you have to do is invite one other person to watch on whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Twitch or YouTube or Facebook. And close those up. There we go. I can get a little closer. And then all they have to do is mention your name in something like, hey, I'm watching because of this person. I'm here because of this person. I found you guys because of this person. And then you're both automatically entered to win. And at the end of the show, we will pick someone. And the shipping is free. Also, by the way, global shipping has always been free with this show. We have never once in our almost 3 years charged anyone for shipping. It's all on us thanks to the mailing spot on the north side of San Antonio off of Blanco and Hebner Roads. So there. All right, so better than Rush Limbaugh. Yeah, buddy. Very cool. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll kick this shindig off here. A lot of news to cover. I'm sure we'll talk. We'll see if we can squeeze in some Game of Thrones talk.
Halo.
We got Halo talk. We got Endgame. It's Endgame week. This is like Super Bowl week almost. We got Star Wars talk.
Sorry, what is it?
That will be Endgame news.
Oh, gosh. Why do we
yes,
give you new
Goose is
things?
going to use that all the damn time. So
You know where I got that from?
Where?
super secret exclusive inside source. Oh my god. No, I like what Philip said. Philip said, "I'm watching because Cassian said I had to." I like that.
There
But
you go.
Cassian didn't. Wouldn't that be cool though if we like shipped one to Diego? Was it Diego Luna? I think was the actor, or whoever it was. We can ship one to him.
Sure, why not?
Oh, by the way, also if we get more than 3,000 views, my co-host will jump out of a plane.
Yeah.
Not this one. This one ain't jumping out of nothing.
Oh, come on. You can join me.
One of my
Come to
co-hosts will
Vegas
jump out of a plane.
And if
so
we get
share
60
this around.
shares, I'll zip line.
Well, you're going to zip line. I think we can get 60 shares easy.
We couldn't get that last
Hold on,
time, guys.
60 shares off the Get Your Geek On
Off the
version
Facebook,
of this, or-
Facebook.
but which one we're on 3?
Have him pick that one because I just said 60 shares. I don't know. how
I'll
to
see
track
share
that.
off of Facebook is easy, so that's no problem.
They didn't do it last time.
All right, so let's go
This
ahead
time.
and rock this thing. Want to thank everybody who's watching here. Let's do a quick shout out. I assume it's Simon. There are 2 M's in it, but I'm going to say it's Simon Patrick Letty. Thank you for watching. Gaming Hour 2018. Thanks for tuning in on Twitch there. Helen Archer watching from the UK. We got a lot of listeners
Hi,
in the UK.
I always want to visit.
That's
there
pretty
one
cool.
day.
Holly McMiller's checking this out also, as is T. Vasquez. Joey Aiken, who's the guy who says that I'm better than Rush Limbaugh. By the way, yeah, I'm going to hold that for like
By the
forever.
way, Joey's getting the prizes now. I don't care.
Why?
No, you watch. Joey's going to get the prizes.
Oh, you
I'm
think
still
Joey is?
restarting my
I
phone.
think Joey's going to get the prizes.
All right, and
Apparently, Gaming Hour is already tired of my running gag so far.
okay, all right.
that was quick. I mean,
And then I got to give these away. Invite
Thank you,
somebody to
Gaming Hour.
watch and have them mention your name in a sentence. Like, I'm watching because of this person.
this
I'm
B
tuning in.
word
Yeah.
has invited me.
This jerk, this moron wanted me to watch. So here I am. And both of you will win. One of you will get one and the other one will obviously get the other.
Now, Simon asked what we thought of the episode 9 trailer. We actually covered that on last week's program.
We'll probably talk about
we'll
it again
a little bit
yeah.
later on. We got some Star Wars talk coming.
Jonathan Lopez from Brooklyn. How you doing?
Oh,
That
here we
was.
go.
I hope they smack you.
I really
That
do.
was a terrible one.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Let's do the show.
Greetings, Starfighter. You have been recruited by the Star League to defend the frontier against Zur and the Kodan Armada. Get ready. Prepare for blast off.
Your fortress of solitude.
Greetings, program.
Man, you're alive.
Your sanctum sanctorum.
Resistance is futile.
Welcome.
This is the first triumph. This is where the fun begins.
Proof positive that geeks have inherited the earth.
It's showtime.
It's time to get your geek on
You complete me.
with Dave Gramillion.
All right. Welcome to one of the most listened to talk radio shows for geeks in all of the US of A. I am Dave Gramillion, voted the very best radio personality by San Antonio Magazine, and this is Get Your Geek On. We are on a never-ending quest to awaken your inner geek by talking about the products, events, news, opinions, reviews, and oh so much more that demonstrate that geek is now the mainstream. Today on Season 3, episode number 45 on Freedom 1160 and Freedom1160.com, we've got a lot of news to get into. First of all, it's Endgame week, which means man, it's finally here. The Ultimate Avengers film is right around the corner, and we've got news, and not all of it is good. There might be some feuding going on. Not everybody within the Marvel cast is happy with a newcomer on the scene. We're going to tell you who and what and where is just everything that's going on with that. We got to make our box office predictions. How is Endgame going to do at the domestic box office? We'll talk about that as well. We got to do a Star Wars Celebration recap. We touched on it briefly last week, but there was so much news to dissect that we kind of pushed it to this week. So we're going to talk about the episode 9 trailer. We're going to talk about where the next Star Wars Celebration is, and I want to get into some tips. How do you handle a con where 100,000 people are going to show up? How do you do it with kids? How do you do it if you're on your own? We're going to talk about all the tips and tricks when it comes to attending a very large con like this. Also, Star Trek news. It's been a while since we've talked Star Trek. And we didn't want to do an episode-by-episode breakdown because there are a lot of shows that do that. But now that the season finale is here, Now that the season finale actually has already come and gone, now we can talk about season 2, the ups, the downs, the goods, the bads. That's where Goose is going to shine. We'll talk to him here in just a minute. Also, the Picard series has cast some young actors and actresses, and I very much doubt that you've heard about any of them. So we'll talk about who they are. And then we'll cap it off because it's Fiesta time here in San Antonio, and we're going to talk about where your local geeky groups are going to be, what they're doing, where you can buy Fiesta medals, and so on and so forth. It's going to be an absolute blast. And of course, we're going to talk about what is Fiesta, because we have listeners not only across the United States itself, and I mean from coast to coast, but we've got listeners in Canada, the UK. We've got a large presence in Spain now. That seems to be kind of a rising demographic. So we're going to tell you all about what Fiesta is here in San Antonio. So let me go ahead and introduce my motley crew. If you look to my left, your right across the radio dial, you will meet our gaming guru. And I'm very, very happy to say that he got rid of that awful seaweed green hair color. Please welcome Aaron Shapiro.
You're about to go backwards on my name.
Almost.
Yes, I finally got rid of the light green. It kept fading too much, so it was not worth the upkeep. So now I went back to, well, not purple, but it's midnight blue now. So I like the blue. Blue and purple.
I like that
look
too.
a lot
It looks a
better.
lot better.
Yeah, I've noticed those two works better. But I'm a happy little gamer because we've got some more Halo news. So that makes me excited.
Yeah,
and the Star Wars Fallen game.
Yeah, what's going briefly here? What's going on with Halo?
So the Halo TV show finally got its star for Master Chief, actually, and pleasantly surprised. It's not a big name, but he stands at 6'5" and he's pretty darn built.
Yeah, he is huge, isn't he?
So I'm pretty happy with that. If he gets a little more square in the shoulders, I think he'll be perfect. So we got some more news on some other casts that's going on with that. So
Very cool.
Yeah, I'm happy.
All right, if you look further to my left, your right, across the radio dial, you will see the man spinning our ones and zeros. He is our sound prognosticator, and he is Goose.
What's going on? I got to turn my own mic
Yeah, there's
on.
yeah. You control the soundboard. I mean,
Well,
you
my
oughta-
soundboard rebooted and it's not what it once was. It's like Thanos just.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, that's right.
And half your soundboard went missing. Oh, that sucks, dude.
Yeah, really did.
All right, cool. Well, so Star Trek Discovery, man.
Man.
You pumped to talk about this?
I am. This whole season has been wonderful. It's been great. It's 13 episode season, so it's shorter than your normal Star Trek series has been. But oh man, this season has been so great, and I still believe they could have done a good job if they'd stayed away from the Enterprise.
But
oh man,
yeah, I got to admit, I caught a picture of the bridge, and okay, well, we're getting ahead of ourselves here. It was a lot of fun, though. So, all right, so let's go ahead, and we are going to talk about some Marvel news here. So here's what we got going on with Marvel. So it is officially Endgame week. This is the week we've been looking forward to. I would say not really since 2008, but maybe it's 2012 when the first Avengers movie really came out. This is the one that Hollywood's been looking for because the box office went into a 17% slump from this time last year to this year. So year to year, they're down 17% of the box office. Now, remember last year, they had Black Panther, they had Logan, they had Beauty and the Beast came out, so they had a pretty big, good box office run there. Not so much lately. So they're very much looking forward to a shot in the arm, so to speak. So, but there's trouble in paradise. Now, if you've listened to our show at any point in time, we love the MCU around here, and they're kind of like the Spurs, the San Antonio Spurs. There's not a lot of drama, not a lot of scandal going on, unlike over at Warner Brothers. Nothing like that going on. But lately, the cracks are starting to show in the armor, and we're getting reports now that things might be getting just a little bit testy out there. In fact, there's a website called I Am Leaking. And usually I don't like to get into these little niche websites unless they really got something. But there's a lot of smoke to what I Am Leaking is saying. And they're claiming that there are a lot of conflicts going on with the cast, and they aren't thrilled with somebody being the face of the MCU going forward. And I'm talking, of course, about Brie Larson, who plays Captain Marvel in the Captain Marvel movie. So this isn't the first time that we've heard about things getting heated. Allegedly, the Russo brothers didn't want Brie Larson in Endgame at all. they didn't want her in the movie, but it was Marvel and Disney executives that pressured the Russo brothers, who were the directors of the film, to put her into the movie. They wanted to hold off. They didn't want her in there just yet. They wanted the focus to be more on the Avengers and less on Captain Marvel being their apparent savior. But Disney and Marvel, they're the guys who write the checks. So now we have Brie Larson in there. And apparently she didn't get on well with the cast, with the Avengers cast. Now keep in mind, she's the outsider. A lot of the Avengers guys, they've been working together for years and years and years, right? I mean, Jon Favreau was been working with Robert Downey Jr. since 2008. The Avengers crew they got together 2012, and they've been working together ever since. And now Brie Larson comes around, and this is her first go-around with them. So things got a little heated. It's kind of like, I mean, you know how it is, being the outside friend, trying to get in that little circle. But things apparently got a little heated. And, current Avengers, not a big fan about her going forward as being the face of the MCU.
In fact, I actually have a sound. I actually have an interview where they were together, and things did not sound good in Paradise.
You're talking about the Entertainment Tonight interview. Yeah, so let's preface this. Let's get this. So Entertainment Tonight gets Chris Hemsworth and Brie Larson. I tried. I really did try, but they turned us down. So Entertainment Tonight gets them, and so Chris Hemsworth and Brie Larson start getting into it about whose character is stronger, and they should do their own stunts, and who does their own stunts, and that proves who's a stronger person and all that. And we got a clip from that interview. Let's go ahead and play that clip. Brie Larson gets pretty testy here.
I do all my stunts.
I did my stunts because I thought that's what everyone did. And then
Tom Cruise over here?
No, I want to be the first me, not the next Tom Cruise. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Whoa. Okay.
So, going bounce off what you said, the whole, she's the newcomer, but so was, what's his name? Tom Holland. And so was Peter, or not Peter, the guy who plays Doctor Strange.
Benedict Cumberbatch. Yeah. Benedict Cumberbatch.
They were brand new to it, especially, Doctor Strange, because he didn't work at all with any of them in Civil War.
True.
But neither one of those people, neither one of them came in there. I'm not saying she has a chip on her shoulder, but she has a chip on her shoulder.
She really does. And we've known this for a while. We've talked before about Brie Larson and her, how do we say, she's got a mouth on her.
And I wonder.
She really speaks her mind.
And then you're going up against, let's face it, Robert Downey Jr. is a smart, and that you're going in there with someone like him and you want to be the next one like that, and you're trying to pick up that attitude. No, you're not going to do well against him. And like you said, he's bonded with everybody else now. So I don't know. I think you need to go in there always with an open mind and just be like, hey, I want to try to strut my stuff too, but realize who has seniority.
Now, Brie Larson also recently spoke on the subject of equal pay and said that women should ask for more money, quote, not just for them, but for the women after them, end quote. And this is despite her making allegedly $5 million for Captain Marvel, which is way more than Robert Downey Jr. made for his first film, which was Iron Man in 2008, and more than Chris Hemsworth made for the Thor movie, which I believe was 2011.
And he only made $500,000 or something like that. He made a ridiculously low number.
Hemsworth?
Yeah.
Yeah, he made less than $1 million.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the exact figure is, but it was less than $1 million.
Terrence Howard made more on Iron Man than RDJ did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. He really did. So,
and my argument with that, cool, you want equal pay, but let's face it, you also pay for a name. If you're not a big enough name, you can't ask for the same price as Robert Downey Jr.
Well, they did the same thing in Star Wars. Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, and Oscar Isaac. They're the big three. They're the new face of the Star Wars franchise going forward. They got paid crap money compared to Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, and now the late Carrie Fisher. Why? Because it's Harrison frickin' Ford. He's going to command a big salary, whereas Daisy Ridley hadn't done anything outside of a couple of shows on the BBC.
But now, with these movies under your belt, now's when you renegotiate. Now you ask for those. Okay, I want, maybe not as much as Harrison Ford, because again, he's been in the business for 30 years now, 40 years almost?
Something like that.
You can't ask for that kind of money, but you can
almost
ask.
45. I think he was American Graffiti in the mid 70s.
I think,
So about 45 years then. So, you can't ask for that. It reminds me of, I don't know if y'all remember this, and this was taking a step back, the show The Crown, when it was on. Matt Smith was on it.
Yes.
And the girl who was playing the queen wanted more money than Matt Smith, but I watched it because I like Matt Smith. I had no idea who the heck she was. Mm-hmm. You can't ask for the same amount that Matt Smith has, who did Doctor Who for how many years?
Yeah, it's not about. I know there's a lot of the Me Too movement and it's patriarchy this and misogyny that, but Brie, you hadn't done anything, sweetie, until Captain Marvel came out. You've got to earn your way up in Hollywood. I mean, we were talking about how Robert Downey Jr. made next to nothing for Iron Man, and he was a big name.
He was
back in the 80s and 90s, but he was a big name. And then, now he's earning $25, $50, $100 million.
And he realized he had to start over again. Once after he got over his addictions and everything, he realized, okay, I burnt all my bridges. I need to start over. I need to start fresh. Like you said, Terrence Howard made more money than him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he was the bigger name at the time.
So Brie Larson not exactly making a lot of friends over there with the Avengers cast.
No, not at all.
Not even a little bit.
So you're saying people
and
just may not come back.
according to people on our chats, not apparently with moviegoers either.
Apparently not. Despite the movie made $1 billion. I mean, so there is that. You can't knock that box office gross.
So,
which, by the way, if you're wondering what chat we're referring to, and also what we look like and cameras this and that, we do a multi-live stream broadcast. We stream on Twitch, we stream on YouTube, and we stream on Facebook all at the same time. So you can find us, just search for Get Your Geek On. Make sure you like us, you follow us, and you subscribe to us as well. All right, so let's before we get to this news about The Gifted, let's stick with Endgame and let's do our box office predictions. So every big movie that comes out, and a couple of smaller ones, we like to do our own box office predictions. Opening weekend, domestic to the USA only, because different movies open up in different countries at different times, and the only fair barometer is the USA. Sorry, but it is. So the current record for the largest domestic opening weekend is $257 million, held by Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
First question, will Endgame break the record?
No. I've been a firm believer on a no, because it's not going to have the replay value that Infinity War had. I think you're going to get maybe, because let's face it, some of us watched it 3 or 4 times.
Yep.
Opening weekend?
I mean, maybe. I know I watched it at least 4 or 5. But Endgame, I can only see myself maybe watching twice, because you're going to get the closure you want in the first watching, and then in the second watch, you're going to catch all the little Easter eggs, and then you're done.
Well,
that's how I look at it.
I went back and forth on this one as to whether or not it would break the record. I don't think the longer runtime is going to help. But I think movie theaters are also going to open up more of their screens because there's not much else going on. They can afford, instead of giving it 4 screens, to maybe give it 5 or 6. So I'm back and forth on this one, but I think it's going to break the record, but I think it's going to squeak past. Goose?
I'm with you. It's going to squeak past it.
Okay, all right. So let's do our official box office predictions. I've got my legendary note-taking skills ready to go here. I'm going to call my shot. Do I go first this week?
Well, yours is already in the notes. You kind of already
called it.
It's already in the. Yeah, that's right. I'm right. So, all right. So I'll go first then. So I'm going to call my shot. I'm going to say $260 million for the domestic opening weekend for Endgame. It'll break the record, but not by much. Let's go with Goose.
Yes. No. I'm going to say...
Yes, you went last time because you picked right in the middle.
I did not pick right in the middle.
You came close.
You did.
All right, so what do you got?
275.
275. Ooh. So Goose calls 275. Aaron, that leaves you. You're going to be the low man on the totem pole here.
I mean, I can go 266 and that'd be okay. I'm just saying and be safe.
And totally contradict what you just said about it not breaking the record.
I know, but I'm safe in the middle at least.
Nah, come on. Be true to yourself. What do you got?
250 is what I was honestly thinking.
250. Actually, I was thinking about 250 for a little bit there also.
Because I'm a firm believer that the runtime is not going to help, like you said. Yeah. But I really am thinking we're not going to get people watching it 4 or 5 times. We're going to get maybe 2 or 3, and that's it. Because the reason it hits so high is because people watch it 4 or 5 times.
Well, and not only that, but a lot of these showings are sold out anyway. So if you see it once, what are the odds you're going to be able to get a ticket for another screening that same weekend?
Well, I mean, it depends, because it depends on the drop-off. Because movies drop off 50% roughly, blah, blah, blah. But
that's weekend to weekend, though.
Yeah.
You know what none of us said?
What?
350.
350. All right, so go ahead and drop yours in the chat if you're watching us here on our Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube stream. You can go ahead and drop that, or you can stop by our Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube channels and leave a comment there. How high domestic opening weekend will Endgame go? The record right now is 257. I called 260. Goose went up to 275, and Aaron said it will not break the record, and it'll be at 250. So you get to find out here this time next week which one of us is right and why Aaron is wrong.
I so want this movie to knock out Avatar.
You know, the sad thing is, I won't be here to defend myself. I'll be in a plane by that point.
That's right.
No, you'll be out of a plane by that point.
Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. Yeah, and when it comes to the global record, yeah, it's not going to break. It's not going to happen.
No,
it's not breaking Avatar. It's not going to do it.
So you're saying that this will not be Avatar's Titanic?
God. Wow. Okay. No, it's not going to happen. There's the current record, not adjusted for inflation, is Avatar at $2.8 billion. And it's, come on, there's no way. Infinity War, which a lot of people herald as one of the greatest movies we've had probably since The Dark Knight, that didn't even beat out The Force Awakens at the box office. So I don't know how it's going to, let's assume, okay, so Infinity War made a shade over $2 billion. Let's assume that it does 25% better than Infinity War. Endgame does 25% better. Okay, so that would be, we're doing our fuzzy math here.
It'll be about 50.
Yeah.
10% or
all right.
25%.
So here's the thing, guys.
30 million.
Endgame needs to beat out Avatar, and really we just need to do
Yeah, but it won't. Sorry. Even if it does 25% better, that's still going to leave it a few $100 million short of Avatar. So it's just, sorry, it's not going to catch it. Now, if they re-release it at some point, yes, there's a good chance then that it'll catch it.
You mean Once Upon an Endgame?
But there's you stole that from the chat, didn't you?
No.
You stole that from the chat.
I seriously didn't.
No, he and I were thinking the same thing.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hold on, you think they're going to kidnap Winnie Cooper this time?
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Yeah, sorry guys. There is no $3 billion movie out there. It's not going to happen. So sorry to rain on your parade there. All right. So with that being said, we also want to mention The Gifted. Remember this time last year we were warning everybody that there's way too much Marvel content coming out. In fact, I think we said there were 15 shows in 12 months, and we said it was way too much Marvel content, way too fast. And none of these shows are going to be able to make it more than a couple seasons. And wow, lo and behold, we were right.
Which one was
again?
Gifted was the one with the
mutants.
X-Men on Fox.
That was where the dad was like a prosecutor or something, right?
Yep.
Oh,
And it had Blink from Days of Future Past.
I didn't know that. I watched like the first 6
Had
episodes.
Polaris in there too.
And it
Green Arrow.
lasted 2 seasons, and now it is done.
You know, I like
Fish
the
got
first
the
6
axe.
episodes. That's all I watched though.
Just the
So
first
let's see,
6.
we've got
Yeah.
Daredevil, gone.
Dead.
Luke Cage.
Gone.
Luke Cage loses. Jessica
Fatality.
Jones. Iron Fist.
Gone.
The Defenders.
Gone.
God.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Gone.
May the 10th.
Last season.
It got renewed for season 7.
Oh, that's right. It did get renewed. You're right.
So that's 4 shows gone. So
What else did we
Gifted.
lose? Wasn't there one on Freeform that we lost?
Cloak and Dagger did not get lost. It just premiered its second season.
Yeah.
Okay,
they just
so we
got
still
gone.
have that. The Gifted is gone, so that's
that's 5.
5. No, that's 6 if
No.
you include the Defenders.
Yeah, because that's all the Netflix shows, and that's 5.
Luke, Iron,
Jessica.
Defenders.
Yeah.
Did they get
Jessica
rid of
Jones,
Oh,
yeah.
we didn't count Jessica, so
Yeah.
we didn't say Jessica.
All six of those shows are gone.
What else?
Why
I
couldn't
swear
they
there
get
was
rid of
another
Cloak
one.
and Dagger?
I swear there was another one that got canceled.
Not that I'm aware of.
Is Runaway still going?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they released it in one batch, though.
Oh, that's
instead of
right.
the week.
That's
Oh,
what throws me
yeah.
off.
Okay, all right. So those shows are already
Oh,
gone.
Legion. Legion got canceled.
Oh,
didn't
did it?
I don't know. I haven't heard
don't know.
anything on Legion.
See, that's just it. There's so many shows now. We're not even sure what's around anymore, and we're in the profession.
Yeah. Like, I love Legion. The first season, I completely missed the second season when it came out.
Yeah, when the merger was on the horizon,
Yeah.
when it was getting closed, Disney said, well, no, because that was those other shows weren't Fox based.
Legion was
So they-
FX, I think.
So
I say blame Disney Plus for all the Netflix shows going away.
yeah, pretty much. A lot of these shows
know.
probably will end up getting resurrected on Disney Plus anyway. But you got to keep in mind, a lot of people are going to ask, why are these shows being canceled? I love this show. Why is it canceled? First of all, there's always ratings to consider. Shows with low ratings are always going to get the cut, no matter how passionate their fan base is. Thank you, Firefly. And you also keep in mind there are only so many writers to go around.
Take my love, take my land,
take me where I cannot stand.
Don't need to find something like that.
There are only so many writers to go around, only so many producers, so much equipment to go around, so much money to go around. You got to pick and choose your battles. And I think Marvel made a mistake by flooding the market with too many TV shows all at once. So see ya, Gifted. You have officially hit the scrap heap. All right, in the last few minutes that we have here, we want to talk to you about our friends over at the Celebrity Fan Fest. Guys, June 14th through the 16th, down at the Freeman Coliseum and Expo Hall here in sunny San Antonio. Celebrity Fan Fest is coming. They just announced not too long ago that Fred Savage will be joining the already stuffed lineup, including Dolph Lundgren, Walter Koenig, Robert Picardo will be here. We're going to have Aquaman and Mera will be here as well.
Beardless Aquaman.
Beardless Aquaman will be here along with Mera as well. Just a large number of guest stars will be coming down here to San Antonio. Get your tickets at pmxevents.com. Look for their VIP experiences also. It's going to be a huge show. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and do a Star Wars Celebration recap here on Get Your Geek On.
I'm looking forward to completing your training. In time, you will call me Master.
Alrighty, so I was up in Chicago for Celebration, and it is the largest single gathering of Star Wars fans in the history of anything ever. It was probably close to about, my sources tell me somewhere around 90 to 100,000 were in attendance throughout the experience, which lasted 5 days, by the way. I mean, it was a very long convention.
Job sucked. You had to come home early.
I know, right? I didn't get to stay the whole time. In fact, I had to leave. I left late, came home early, couldn't be there for the whole time, but still had a really nice experience up there. Anything and everything Star Wars, including one of my favorite things that I saw was this giant, I got to get a picture of it, this giant Darth Vader goblet that was that I bought from Gallery, Galerie, if you want to look them up on Google. It is what it is. It looks almost like a candy bowl, only it's a goblet you drink out of, and it was Darth Vader, so that was cool. Also, the Geeky Tikis. These things were so cool. They're little tikis. You can drink out of them or put things in them or whatever, but they're all based out of Star Wars characters. So that was really cool as well. I really liked those. So the big takeaways from Episode 9. Yes, the Clone Wars news was big. Fallen Order was big. But the big stuff, that was Episode 9, The Mandalorian, and the Fallen Order game. Aaron, how much are you looking forward to that Fallen Order game?
So, you know how Mark Hamill posted the picture of the Joker holding a lightsaber? That's the game now. Because you realize who the voice actor is and who the Jedi is in that game is the Joker from Gotham.
Yeah.
So
same guy.
It all came together. I was so happy. The trailer looks amazing. You know, having to hide your powers.
Yep,
it's gonna be interesting.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Next year, 2020, it's going back to Anaheim. So start saving your bucks now. It's going to be a huge event. All right, so coming up after the bottom half of the hour news break, we've got some Star Trek news. We haven't talked about that in a while. And Fiesta San Antonio, it is that time of year again. We will be right back here on Freedom 1160 and freedom1160.com. Alrighty, so we are back, and my phone started blowing up. If you saw me kind of glancing down, it's because my phone is blowing up. We're getting some new followers on Twitch and YouTube, which is awesome. Thank you very much for watching and following us as well. Oh, wow. We also have a couple of giveaways I need to do. If somebody invited you to watch this show, mention them by name. Don't just drop the name, but say that you're watching because of that person. And we're going to pick someone at the end of the show, and someone's going to win. One of y'all will win and the other person gets the other one.
So,
Could be either one.
Talking about celebration,
Yeah.
Excuse me, sorry.
Brandon says, "Wow, that's a lot of virgins."
Well, yes, there were a lot of children there. Yes, that is very true. Very true. That's true. Daniel Click says, "What up?" So we're saying, "What up?" So, and if you want to win also, if you're watching this now also, invite someone else to watch. And all you got to do is just have them drop your name and you might win as well. So the more you invite, and I mean, if you invite 20 people to watch the show,
That's 20 chances.
That's 20 chances right there. So that's all you got to do. Someone's winning these tonight. I got to give them away. And we do this once a month. So come on back.
And unfortunately, no, this live stream is not brought to you by Sonic.
Yeah, sadly it's not.
With 100% real ice cream and the Sonic nights after 8 p.m.
Happy hours 2 to 4.
Definitely not.
Half price burgers Tuesday after 4 p.m.
Also, half price drink orders if you use the app.
Well, that's all the time. But if you want your happy hour, make sure you're at your local Sonic from 2 to 4 p.m.
Oh, my God.
Participating locations only.
So Sonic, there you go. Come on.
Sonic, he can really move. Sonic.
They don't have skates anymore.
You don't remember?
though.
You
I
remember?
it.
But I mean, the Sonic TV show.
Yeah.
Oh, with Urkel?
There was like 2 or 3
no,
of them.
well, the good one with Urkel.
Yeah.
He's the fastest thing
I didn't know
alive.
He was the voice of the Sonic cartoon.
Oh God.
He's the fastest
Now
thing
I'm sad.
alive.
Like you just killed my childhood.
Oh no, it was the second series was actually pretty good.
Well, there was 2 good ones
It
and
was.
then one really cruddy one.
Oh, hey, by the way, speaking of which, so San Antonio, speaking of Endgame, so our private screening is just about sold out. I think there's I think there are 7 seats left.
Did it get down that low finally?
Yeah, I think so. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give away a pair of tickets.
Whoa.
I'm going to do it.
So he's giving away our tickets
I'll
away.
set up, yeah, pretty much.
Well, I can't go and you can't go.
Exactly.
So-
There's his pair.
So I'm going to set up a giveaway. I'm going to give away a pair of tickets.
I'm selling.
Probably sometime later this week, maybe Friday or Saturday. I'll put it up on our Facebook page, facebook.com/GYGO radio. That's, put it up there and I'll give away a pair of seats. So if you want to come see it for free, we'll give away those seats.
So time and date, this is Thursday, April 18th. So just so that way, if anybody's watching in the future.
Good point.
This is Thursday, April 18th, 2019. And that's for the 29th. 28th.
Yeah, Sunday,
April 28th,
28th,
2019, 4:10 p.m. at Alamo Draft House Park North.
There it is.
Watch it with us. So,
And yes, Daniel Clicks he makes a good point here. Sonic has chili dogs. Get it?
They do. Yeah.
Yeah, but Sonic also loves to eat chili dogs.
Oh.
That was his thing, was chili dogs.
Can I keep my ticket so I can scalp it for $50?
No.
Oh.
All right.
just 50, you cheapskate. $3.99. Come on.
Okay, so
I got to undersell you.
So here we go. We're going to kick off the second half of the show here pretty soon, and I got to give these away. This will be the last time we talk about it until the end of the show. All you have to do is invite people to watch, and they have to mention you by name. Don't just drop the name, but say something like, I'm watching because of this person, and we will pick someone at the end of the show. The new person will win one, and the veteran who invited you will win one as well.
Invite somebody, Amy, because you just said you want one, so you got to invite somebody. They got to say your name in our chat in order for you to have a chance to win.
Oh, Amy's the Wraith lady. She does that's how she describes it. That's how she describes herself in the chat.
If y'all could see Goose right now.
Jeez. But anyway, yeah, no, she goes to the Lori's cons at Wonderland Mall.
Maybe
she makes these wonderful wreaths. They're really cool.
I think I met her once. I think I saw those wreaths.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, all right, let's do it. All right, welcome back from the bottom half of the hour news break. This is Get Your Geek On Freedom 1160 Talk Radio and freedom1160.com. I am Dave Gramillion, and if you missed the first half of our show, we talked a lot of Marvel news, including some chinks in the armor. It appears not everybody is thrilled with Brie Larson taking over as the face of the franchise going forward. Also, we talked about how The Gifted, unfortunately, got the axe, and some other Marvel shows might not be too far behind. We also talked our Endgame box office predictions. Who's going to be right? Hopefully it's me because I'm on a winning streak here. I'd like to keep that going. And we also did a brief recap of Star Wars Celebration. And then, of course, that hard break kind of cut us off. So we're going to do, it's going to spill over a little bit here before we get into Star Trek news. But if you missed any of that, then you can join the many thousands that have heard our award-winning podcast. It is named the best podcast in the 7th largest city in the USA for the 2nd year in a row. Back-to-back champs, baby. Yes, and you can catch it all on Spotify, TuneIn, Google Play, Apple iTunes, Stitcher, and Omni. So you can go ahead. Oh, and now on Podbean, so you can check that out as well. Is that right? Goose,
well, all your main podcast providers, and if you don't find it on the one that you use to download your podcast, let us know.
Excellent, very cool. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and we talked a little bit about the big takeaways. Where the episode 9 trailer, the Mandalorian kind of, they called it a sizzle reel, and the Fallen Order game. I know the Mandalorian looks like a show that everyone's going to look forward to seeing. I actually got to see Jon Favreau in a hotel lobby. It was pretty cool. I didn't realize he was that tall, but yeah, he's a big guy. That's for sure. And the Mandalorian, I think, is the show that Star Wars adult fans have been looking forward to. You got the Clone Wars, which is cartoony. You got the Rebels show, which is cartoony. Then you got those little shorts on StarWars.com, and they're really kiddie. So you get all this, and I think Star Wars fans are waiting for something a little more adult, and I think The Mandalorian is going to provide that.
And everybody watched The Last Jedi and said, "You got to be kidding."
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's like, really? That's what we waited for, huh? Was Last Jedi? Huh? Okay. So I think The Mandalorian, that's the series that y'all are looking for. I'm really looking forward to that being on Disney Plus, which, by the way, $70 for a year is a steal for Disney Plus.
This is the series you're looking for.
Absolutely, yes. We wave the hands and do the force there. Also, so episode 9, look, I was in the arena when the episode 9 trailer debuted. I saw the panel. Everybody went gaga for it. I got some not goosebumps, they're geek bumps on my arm there. And I loved the roar of the crowd. It was very electric. But the more I thought about it, the less crazy I was for the episode 9 trailer. First, I'm not big on the Emperor coming back anyway. I'd like for this series to stand on its own. We should have had Snoke as a villain through all 3 movies, just like we should have had Darth Maul through all 3 prequels. And I don't like that they're bringing the Emperor back. I'm sorry, but I just want this to stand on its own. Let the Emperor stay dead.
So I saw our Facebook Live of you in the arena.
Yes.
And everybody seemed really, really excited.
Oh, they were pumped. They loved it.
I'll be honest with you. When I watched that trailer, this was kind of my reaction to it.
Well, that it is. Well, that it is. Well, that it is. Well, that it is. Now, well, that it is.
Pretty much. It was just kind of, It's a teaser trailer. It's just supposed to get you hyped and pumped. And
I had no.
It did neither for me.
Yeah.
I was too busy watching that Fallen game. That's all I was doing.
The Fallen Order game.
Yeah, that
You're
trailer
a gaming guru.
It looks so beautiful. That's all I cared about.
Yeah.
So when we're ready to talk about that, come back to me.
Gotcha.
3 months. We'll be back to you in 3 months.
Yeah.
We'll be back. Have a nice time. Have a good time. So
I'm going to play Halo.
Yeah, no kidding. All right. So with that being said, before we get into our Star Trek news, I want to tell you about our friends over at the Heroes and Villains of Cosplay here in San Antonio. Guys, if you're looking for someone to cosplay with, a great group of friends who do some really worthwhile causes, who really work well together, and don't worry if your costume is screen accurate or not. Come cosplay as you want with our friends over at Heroes and Villains of Cosplay, also known as Havoc here in San Antonio. And with that being said, let's jump into something we haven't for quite a while, and that's some Star Trek news.
Yeah, if you see Klingons, better make sure that your face is out. And if you're in the fleet, rep your uniform, cause it's future chic. All the haters know, we got photon torpedoes. Throw the Vulcan up if you're not from Romulus, and stay with me now, live long and prosperous.
Just beat me up, Scotty. Just beat me up, Scotty. Just beat me up, Scotty.
All right. It's been a while since we talked about Star Trek Discovery, and that's because we didn't want to give an episode-by-episode breakdown. There are plenty of shows that do that already, and we didn't want to bore y'all, to be honest. There's a lot more news out there. that we wanted to cover. But now that the season finale is officially behind us now.
Yes, as of this show on Sunday, yes, it is behind us.
That's right, it is behind us. So now we can take a look at the season itself. There have definitely been some highs and some definite lows. We got new characters. I'm not crazy about furry Spock. If you want to give him a beard or a goatee or some sideburns, that's fine. But he looks like, remember Jumanji? Remember when the little kid got turned into a monkey? He looks like the monkey kid. And it's so distracting. That's all I can see is just furry monkey Spock. And it's just kind of weird. Goose, what did you think of season 2 here?
I loved it. I loved just about everything about it. I was wary at first because I was like, the last thing you want to do on this show, given the technology and everything, is let's show the Enterprise and just invite hate, shall we?
Yeah, no kidding.
let's just invite
it's a very,
fanboy revolt here.
Very dangerous thing to do that.
Because you've got Pike, so you're going to have the uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the uniforms can't look like they did in the 60s. The ship can't look like it did in the 60s.
Let me also preface, we're not going to do spoilers, by the way.
No.
We're not doing any spoiler talk. This is just general impressions on what we thought of the season.
But Ensign Mount as Christopher Pike was just a thing of beauty.
He did do it very well.
That was great. And they really did a good job of going and revisiting the cage.
Yeah.
And tying it to that and tying Pike to what is to come as what we've seen in the menagerie.
Yeah.
They've done a great job with that. Recently they showed the bridge of the Enterprise and the inside of the Enterprise.
Okay.
Which, if they had tried to make it look like 1966, everybody would have said, okay, this looks like crap and cardboard and da-da-da.
Especially compared to the Discovery, which is super futuristic.
Yeah, and it doesn't have the same feel as Discovery. Things are a lot less holographic and things like that. But the Enterprise is quite a bit older as well. In fact, there is no holographic communications on the Enterprise.
True.
By the order of Christopher Pike. And so, but... Rebecca Romaine's doing great as Majel Barrett's character, number 1.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
And I'm happy with the bridge design that they chose for that. It harkens back to the original series in a way that I didn't think they were going to be able to pull off, to be honest with you.
It really harkens back to the 1966 series, but it also looks kind of Discovery-ish. But I think it's a nice blend of the two.
Oh, yes, indeed. They are trying to make this as close to canon as they can.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, with licensing and whatnot, and Star Trek being owned by CBS on this side and Paramount on this side, it gets a little crazy.
Yeah, just a little bit. It's really torn between a lot of different companies there.
But the great thing is with it being short, that being 13 episodes, they can focus on their main arc that they're trying to tell. This has been the first Star Trek series where it has been completely produced in a post 9/11 world.
Wow.
Enterprise began before 9/11. It may have aired after 9/11, but it began before. Production began beforehand.
True.
So this is the first series in a post 9/11 era, and it harkens me back to the days when Deep Space Nine was really into its mythology, because Star Trek by and large has not done arc based.
Yeah, it's very
episodic, very bottle show. You can come in and out, weave in and out as you need to. Deep Space Nine, especially from season 3 onward, you couldn't do that.
Yeah.
You had to be there every week, especially from middle of season 5 to the end. Those 2.5 years, you really had to stay around. Same thing with Discovery. You have to be, it's a very bingeable series. And I think that those who are willing to give it a shot on CBS All Access, those are overseas on Netflix, and those who are willing to buy the Blu-rays and DVDs are going to be very impressed. Now, there are people who's like, I know when to pay for my Star Trek. I tell you this right now, in 2005, if they had done iTunes for Enterprise season 5, people would have paid for it.
Yeah, they would have.
If it
Ooh, look out.
If 2005 had the same technology as 2019, they'd have paid for season 5 of Enterprise.
Well, yeah, especially if we had the technology in 2019 back in 2005. Hell,
they would have paid for season 5 of Enterprise if they had gotten the last episode out of it.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that last episode just killed everybody's spirits.
Daniel Clicks here in the chat says he calls him Dr. Zaius Spock. Get it from Planet of the Apes? No? From The Simpsons? Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius.
And Discovery isn't copy and paste from the Star Trek Phase 2. I think Star Trek Phase 2 was going to be the Enterprise, but it was a design. It was modified from a design from Star Trek Phase 2.
Yes. Star Trek Phase 2, of course, is the failed reboot of the original Star Trek series back in 1966.
Yeah, and so that was going to be in the 70s, but the pilot for that ended up becoming the motion picture.
Very true. So what would you say the highlight, the one thing for people to tune in and watch Star Trek Discovery, what is that one highlight?
Anson Mount is Christopher Pike. Not going to lie.
It's all about Pike.
It's all about Pike because everybody else, if you watch first season 1 especially, everybody else is just so emo, for lack of a better term.
Hey, what's wrong with the emo?
Nothing's wrong with emo.
Says the guy with the purple hair.
Nothing wrong.
Blue.
Nothing's wrong with emo. Nothing's wrong with being serious, but to not have a character who's willing to laugh, who's willing to bring, not take it as serious. Don't get me wrong. Pike is a very serious character, but he brings a gravitas to that role. Anson Mount does. I mean, he's coming off a failed series in the Inhumans. He was Black Bolt in the Inhumans.
That's true, and that did not go well. Oh, the Inhumans is canceled.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. That's the one we were missing.
That was canceled before it even got started. Really,
that's true.
I saw the series premiere of that in IMAX. I will say that.
Yeah, that's right. You were there. I remember.
I was there. But what they do with Pike over the course of the season and the character arc that he has been put through, the stuff that he has had to deal with as Captain of the Discovery while the Enterprise was in dry dock.
That's true.
And finding out why the Enterprise was not part of the Klingon War.
Right,
because she wasn't. She was out doing her thing,
and she is a battle cruiser. A lot of Star Wars fans forget this, but Kirk's Enterprise is a traditional heavy battle cruiser. All right, that Picard ship was the science and exploration one, but Kirk's was built to fight. I mean, that was a battle cruiser.
Yeah. So I mean, Pike has brought a lot of new things, and there was an engineer, and I cannot remember her name to save my life, but in the first episode. From another dead ship, from a ship that crashed.
Yeah,
they brought her on, and she's just fun. Whenever I see her in the scene, I'm like, this is going to be fun. Now, she reminds me of the church lady a little bit.
Now, so Discovery season 2 is in the past. That is before Kirk. That is before Picard. That is before any of that. But now we have a Picard series that is going to take place after the supernova takes out Romulus in the future of Star Trek. And now they've announced some young actors and actresses, and I mean young actors and actresses that'll join Sir Patrick Stewart in this series. They've announced that Alison Pill, Harry Treadaway, and Isa Briones will be playing somebody in this new series. Now, they haven't said who. There's no story details. There's no plot details. We're not sure what's going on. And if you haven't heard of these actors, well, you're not alone. I had to look this up. I'd never heard of any of these people before. Alison Pill is best known for playing something called Maggie Jordan in The Newsroom on HBO. I don't know who that is. Treadaway is known for playing Victor Frankenstein on Penny Dreadful.
Okay.
I know that one.
It was a Showtime series.
Yeah.
And then Briones recently starred in, are you ready for this? American Crime Story Versace.
No idea.
I've never watched that show.
I
think it was on ABC, wasn't it?
Something like that.
I think that was American Horror Story.
That's FX.
That's FX. Okay, yeah, I have no idea what this is. So we don't know anything about the story whatsoever, except that it's just gonna move along, I guess, with Kirk, not with Kirk, with Picard somehow.
We do know Jonathan Frakes will be directing episodes 3 and 4.
True. Yes.
They're going to do 5 2-episode segments,
which pretty much means he'll also have a cameo at some point. I mean,
not necessarily.
I bet he will. He'll have a cameo of some sort
as Riker?
Admiral Riker. I'll bet you anything he'll be in there. And if he can help it, which he's the director, so he will, I'll bet Marina Sirtis is in there somewhere too.
Speaking of, Marina Sirtis was in a recent episode of The Orville that happened to be directed by Jonathan Frakes.
Yeah, how about that?
That's interesting.
And Seth MacFarlane was on the Enterprise.
On the show Enterprise.
Enterprise.
Oh,
so
okay. I was like, wait.
It's sort of like poetry, it rhymes. Oh, man, I made a George Lucas quote in a Star Trek segment. Love it. Also, hey, Goose.
Yes?
Would you like to see Jeremy Renner, who also plays Hawkeye?
Yes, I would.
How about Jason Momoa, who's Aquaman?
Who's now shaved his beard.
Who's shaved his beard,
yeah.
Paul Bettany, who was Vision. Amber Heard,
Yeah.
Fred Savage, Dolph Lundgren, Ray Fisher.
I think you know me well enough to know that I'd rather go see Robert Picardo and Walter Koenig.
Well, what about Alexandra Shipp and Ty Sheridan?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. Becky Lynch, Claire
Can I go
Kramer.
meet Becky Lynch since he wants to go meet them?
Okay,
I'll
but
take Becky Lynch.
Yeah, Claire Kramer. That works.
She will kill you.
I will die happy.
All of these people and more can be seen down at the Celebrity Fan Fest June 14 through 16 here in San Antonio at the Freeman Coliseum and Expo Hall. They're also going to have over 24 cars and trucks like the Mystery Machine, Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and so on and so forth there as well. Things to do for people of all ages. Celebrity Fan Fest. Guys, this is going to be huge. Get your tickets and your VIP experiences at pmxevents.com.
Remember, my birthday's the end of the month. I do like Becky Lynch, just saying.
Well, yeah, okay. You know, if that's your thing.
Yeah.
So
I'll
we'll get
take
you the
Becky
photo
Lynch
up with
with it.
Daniel Bryan? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. All right.
Hey, if he has her number, I don't mind. I'll play it that way, man. You got her number? Come on.
Hey, gang. It's April in San Antonio. Do you know what April in San Antonio means?
Rain.
Fiesta.
Aw.
Yes.
Aaron, do me a favor. Next time he puts music like this to something with the name that even assembles Fiesta, throw something at him.
Will do.
What?
Will do.
What's wrong with the music? What was wrong with that?
Killtacular.
What was
Killtacular. There you go. Couldn't do it right.
What was wrong with the music?
Little on point, wasn't it?
It's Fiesta. Come on. This
There's
is what
half
we do
of me
down
that
here.
takes offense, by the way.
Hey, I'm Hispanic too, okay? So just keep that in mind.
Okay, 70% of me takes offense to
Oh,
it
okay, all right.
because there's another part of me that takes offense too.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right. So Fiesta in San Antonio. So what is it? So it is essentially a 2-week party down here. And I'm not kidding. It's going to be about 2 weeks long. And the city on Friday will shut down for Battle of Flowers parade. The school's let out for, seriously, guys, we take this very seriously down
I wonder
here.
if this is the first time that Battle of Flowers has actually fallen on Good Friday.
In recent memory, yes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I
Or
think
is it Good Friday?
No, it's
Good Friday.
It's a Friday after.
It's the Friday after.
I thought the Friday before was Good Friday.
Yeah, and so it wasn't this last Friday. It's this coming Friday.
Yeah, it's this coming Friday's Battle of Flowers.
Okay.
So we have a large number of events that go on down here, and I mean like 100,000, 200,000 people will show up for these events. You have Night in Old San Antonio, which is a giant excuse to go downtown to the Spanish Market Square, and just drink and eat and listen to live music and have fun.
You got the web party, I think is this past Saturday, I think was web party.
Yep, the web party, we just had that. The River Parade, the Cavaliers River Parade is coming up. Battle of Flowers is one of the largest daytime parades in all of Texas.
Isn't there like an oyster day or something?
Oyster Bake.
Oyster
that
Bake,
goes on.
it's
At,
Not just a day.
Yeah, no, it goes on for several days.
Yeah.
Down there at St. Mary's, so it's really a lot of fun, and I like what Daniel's on a roll in our chat, by the way, on our Facebook chat. Daniel Click says that the next time we need to do the Q one, where he says "Mon Capitan is back." I like that. That's pretty good.
That one I will be okay with.
Okay, yeah, I think we'll.
Yeah.
All right, we'll roll with that next time. You can't go wrong with Three Amigos, though. I mean, it's still pretty good. And so here, your local groups out in San Antonio, the Geeks are going to be out in force. The Star Wars Society of San Antonio will march in the King William Parade again, so that's good. I think they led it last year, so that's pretty cool. Havoc, which we were just talking about them, the Heroes and Villains of Cosplay, they will be participating in a 5K at University Hospital, so you can check that out. That's over there in the medical center.
So don't go to medical center for Aaron because I have to go by work in that area.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's gonna be a pain. I'm just gonna walk.
Well, so are they. So you just walk with them. There you go.
Where are you guys going? We're marking for this. Where are you going? I'm going to work.
And our local Whovians group, the Gallifreyan Expatriates, they are selling Fiesta medals. They're $12 for the 2019 medal if you want to pick them up. If you want it shipped to you, it's another $3. You do go to www.paypal.me/Gally, Gally, expats, EXPATS. So you can get a Doctor Who Fiesta medal sent right to you. And that can be anywhere within our listening range here. So if you're out in California, New York, Florida,
Spain,
Canada, the
UK.
UK, Spain,
Nova Scotia, Canada.
Nova Scotia. Our friends up at Thule Air Force Base, which I was on with them also. Did a nice interview up there. You can have one sent to you. Just go to paypal.me/galleyexpats. So Fiesta's a lot of fun. It really is. I admit though, I probably do it about once every 10 years. It's a big crowd.
I don't like crowds. I try to avoid it as much as possible. I was down at the parade a couple of times. That was by force.
Yep, but
I've gone once, and it was because one of my friends needed someone to go with them, and I don't remember that night because it was an open bar after that.
Wow.
And I was like, nope, never doing that again.
It is a lot of fun. I remember doing NIOSA. You go down to the Institute of Texts and Cultures, and just for blocks and blocks, it is nothing but food and margaritas and daiquiris and more food and live music everywhere you turn. It is really something to see. The whole city just turns out for NIOSA. I think the Cavalier, there's a night parade that we have that is the largest night parade in the United States. So that's a lot of fun. I mean, the parades are a lot of fun. People like parades.
I mean, they are. During the day, to me, it's more family, and at night, it's more adult. At least that's what it seems like.
That's true. When the sun goes down at NIOSA.
Yeah. Take your kids out of there.
After the sun goes down.
I don't know that song.
What was that?
That was the opening to the first season of Baywatch Nights.
Oh.
Okay.
That's a good call.
I think maybe next year, we'll do a Fiesta medal. Now,
Why haven't we done one yet?
I kind of think we did that.
Well, I've had a little bit on my plate already, so maybe next year. So the idea behind Fiesta medals, everybody puts out a Fiesta medal. Whataburger, HEB, the city,
California Expatriates, Dragon's Lair.
Pest control companies. I mean, they all put out these Fiesta medals. So you walk downtown jangling all these medals on you, like mums at homecoming time, right? And of course, you keep them. They're keepsakes. El Rey Feo will have his own as well. And a lot of these companies, the proceeds will go towards various charities in and around San Antonio. Food Bank, Battered Women's Shelter, and so on and so forth. So it's a good fundraiser, and you get to trade these medals around. It's a real blast down here, man. I really enjoy the spirit and the air of Fiesta. Yes, it gets crazy crowded. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. No, it does.
But like even the schools, their marching bands will come out. Middle school bands, there'll be a jazz festival that they'll participate in. It's a lot of fun. It really is.
One of my friends that's a groomer, her shop's actually doing a medal this year, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah. Now, in the last couple of minutes that we have here, there's one topic that we didn't get to, and I teased it earlier, and that's my bad.
Oh.
And that's tips on how to survive a large con, Comic-Con, which I guess Fiesta kind of ties into.
Hand sanitizer.
Yeah. So here's the thing: even if
emergency,
if you have kids or you don't have kids, it can make a big difference on your con going experience. Because when you go with kids, you've got to look for what's kid friendly. Every con will have something for kids, and that helps to wear them out. It helps to also, just settle them down after. Kids don't want to stand in long lines to go see big celebrities. They get antsy and they get impatient. They get nervous, a little overstimulated also. So you want to find those kid activities. But if you're going to go to a big con, and I mean big, Wizard World up in Austin, that's a pretty good sized con. But I'm saying that if you go to a huge con, San Diego, Alamo City, Celebrity Fan Fest, Dragon Con, something, Star Wars Celebration. First of all, you make sure you shower. and
put on deodorant.
And do what you can to prevent the con crud from following you around. All those people together, somebody's going to get sick. Make sure it's not you. Hand sanitizer, emergency, Zicam, that sort of thing to get you through. But my number one tip is accept the fact that you are not going to see everything.
What?
People are going to take pictures and put them up, and you'll be like, oh, man, how did I miss that? But then you're going to take pictures and put them up, and people will be like, how did I miss that? It happens all the time. So make sure that you accept the fact that you're going to stick to your schedule, you're going to stick to your priorities, and then let everything else just kind of roll around for itself. So that'll wrap it up here. For Goose, for Aaron, and for myself, I want to thank our sponsors, Celebrity Fan Fest, and Havoc, and The Mailing Spot. You have embraced your inner geek, so make sure to get your geek on every single day. Hey, and you know what? Just to rub it in y'all's faces, okay? We did get a request to play the music, the Fiesta music again.
Okay.
So go ahead, fire it up. Can y'all do a grito? A grito? Well, then you can't be 70% offended. Next.
I'll try
It's
to
called,
do-
I'm actually a Native American, 70%,
Look,
so I can't be offended.
Aaron,
Yo.
you need to try to do one.
Nice.
You're welcome.
Hey, Sean Batson
Thank you.
joined us there in
There
the
we
second
go.
half. Hey, Sean.
So, real quick, I guess I'm going to
Sean,
hit
download the
zipline.
podcast or watch the replay when we kill it.
Hey, isn't Sean supposed to send us some Stormtrooper armor?
I don't know,
I thought he was.
Can you send some Halo armor?
but we need to.
Yeah, I know. We got to go.
Real quick,
all right,
70 shares
so
hit.
so
Just saying.
let's pick somebody who's going to win. Who's going to win? Who's going to win?
So
Who's going to
while
win?
you do
Who's gonna
that,
win?
we hit the 70 shares. So I am going to go
You're
down.
jumping out of a plane.
No. That was the zip line on Fremont.
Okay.
The 3,000 views gets me to jump out the plane
Hey,
So-
3,000 views by when?
before I leave. Because once I get on that plane, I won't be able to really check my internet.
Oh
too
no,
well.
Desiree's going to make sure you go at that plane.
She'll probably text me too.
No,
Like,
she's going to throw you out.
no, she's freaking not going. I don't trust her.
Let's see here. Sorry, I'm scanning through all the comments.
Sean needs
here.
an address, so you might want to message him after the show.
Yes, I will do that unless he messages me first. Okay. God, man, look at all the comments. Whoa. Okay.
I know Desiree had a lot of people.
Yeah. All right. So what I'm going to do? All right. So I've got the number of people that commented, and I'm going to do a random draw. All right. Here we go. Random number generator, and got it. All right. Here we go. Now I got to find the person.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. All right. Enough. Stop. You're killing me. Killing me, Smalls. Wow.
That was not timed properly.
Go find the cue.
I will later. I
action.
don't have time right now.
I really want to know how many people viewed it now.
Well, we got to wait till we're over before we can see how many people actually viewed it.
Okay, we have a winner.
Chicken dinner.
Winner, chicken dinner. Okay, the winner. Okay, now I got two prizes. They're not exactly the same. So y'all are gonna have to pick which one you want, which one the other one wants. I'm gonna say the veteran gets preference, gets
Okay.
first pick,
Okay.
and our winners are. Oh, that's right. We don't have the timpani drum roll.
I mean, he just did it.
I know, but we used to have like a timpani.
Oh,
in
actually
the-
have
You decided
All
in
right.
the studios. I don't have all access.
So the rookie who won is Brian Jean, Jean, Brian Jean.
Hey, Brian. I hope
And
you're doing
he
well,
and
by
he
the way.
said the reason he's watching is because of
Of course.
Desiree.
Yeah. I'll text her in a second. You know what? I'll just do it.
Yep. So all right, so Desiree and Brian are our monthly winners. Whoa, that's a little loud. Woo. So I have a Jon Snow and I have a Daenerys. So y'all decide amongst yourselves which one gets what. Desiree should get first pick as the veteran. And we do this every month. So just make sure that you've got us, you're following us on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. We're on all three platforms now. So you don't miss out. So there you go. So we will catch y'all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Y'all have